So I was just sipping some sun until I thought about how the highest rated players in chess actually played. I had to find out. Yo, welcome boys and girls. Okay, let's just get straight into this epic game. Okay, so we have Fischer playing as white and we have Spassky playing as black. Okay, so we see the English opening. I find this opening a bit weird, but it's just maybe because I don't understand it. So Spassky replies with e6 and Fischer plays knight to f3. Spassky plays for the middle with the d5, and now it translates into the Queen's Gambit declined. Spassky develops to f6 with his knight, and Fischer just develops his other knight to c3. This looks like a typical Queen's Gambit decline, but who am I to say? Fischer develops his knight, and this looks dangerous, but who am I to say? So Spassky castles, and Fischer opens up for his bishop so he can castle later. Anyway, Spassky he pushes his pawn attacking the bishop, and Fischer he just moves back. This looks like he's ready to fianchetto, but Fischer doesn't care. He just captures the pawn. Spassky takes back. Fischer takes his bishop. Spassky takes the bishop. Fischer takes the knight. The pawn takes the knight. Okay. It's equal material, and the engine also says 0.0, so it's an equal game. Fischer he now develops his rook to here, getting on the half open file, and Spassky now develops his knight, but he didn't develop it like what he intended to with the fianchetto. Anyway, Fischer he develops his queen, and I don't know exactly what this does. I have no idea. But Spassky he just pushes his pawn here. I think it's just getting more center or something. But Fischer he takes advantage of the pin, and because the queen is undefended right now, so he definitely can't take here or push here. Spassky now develops his rook, getting it also on the half open file with the other rook, and Spassky just pushes this, getting ready to castle. Spassky goes here, but it's no threat because if he takes the bishop, Fischer's just gonna take his rook. So he's definitely not gonna do that. Fischer takes the pawn here, and Spassky just recaptures. Now Fischer castles after 15 moves. Oh, it's move 16. He castles. Wow. Okay, so Spassky this looks like he's just trying to get this away so he can capture the bishop, but Fischer doesn't want anything to do with that, so he just moves the bishop out of the way. And Spassky also moves his knight towards the center, and here Fischer's taking advantage of the pin again, because you can't take this, because then I'm just gonna take your rook. So Spassky moves back to defend this rook, which is pinned, so now he can take here. Fischer's just gonna not recapture, but he's gonna take the bishop. Knight for a bishop is really good when you're so high up when you're so good at chess, because the bishop is slightly better than the knight. Okay, so Fischer he attacks the pawn right here, and now he just goes for more center because Spassky just pushed by. The queen moves here, and Fischer just moves his pawn again. Now the rook moves too, but this looks like he's moving so slow. And I don't know, who am I to say? So Fischer he moves in and pins the pawn, but it doesn't look like it has any use. Maybe this, and then he can't take it. So I don't know. So Spassky just moves his king, and now Fischer he sacrifices a pawn, but it's no good. And I don't know. Spassky didn't see it either, but now he just protects his pawn. And I have no idea what's going on, if I'm gonna be honest. Now this was his plan when the king was here, but he just goes for it anyway. Sacrificing, it's not even sacrifice, it's just trading pawns. And now the knight moves. The rook moves, so he has double rooks on the open file. And I know that, that's one thing I know, that's really good. Double connected rooks on the open file, that's great, that's really good. Fischer moves his queen, and I don't know if this is dangerous or something, but it probably is. So Spassky he moves his rook here, putting pressure on this maybe. you can see Fischer is having a massive lead right here, even though it's equal material, as you can see. Yeah, Fischer he pushes his H pawn, and now Spassky he connects his rook. Fischer he pushes his pawn. Spassky now just moves his rook 1 square, which I don't understand. Fischer he comes in with his queen, and Spassky moves his queen 1 square. I think maybe Black was in Zugzwang here or something, because this move looks useless in a way. That's probably what it is, because the queen moves like this, then Spassky just moves 1 square, Spassky moves 1 square, Fischer moves 1 square, Spassky moves 1 square, and now he goes here, which was for some reason really good, and Spassky goes for 1 more repetition. Now the queen goes down, and now Spassky goes in here because he's thinking he can't take here because it's defended, but he sacrifices the rook. That's a rook for a knight and a pawn. It's plus 8.8. Anyway, so he moves his king, and now it's plus 16.2. Fischer moves his bishop here, pinning the king. Blunder. It was a blunder. It's mate in 8, forced mate in 8, and they saw that because after this move, Spassky resigned. But let's just see what would have happened if he did resign. He would have moved queen to g8. Fischer would have moved his queen to pin the king. The rook would have come over to h7, and he would have pushed his pawn. And yeah, it's game over. So he just sacrifices queen, then he sacrifices his rook, and then he moves his king closer. He pushes the king away, and this is protected, so it has to. It could move here, but that's mate in 1-2, so it moves up. And now we promote to not a queen, but a rook, and that's GG. That's it. Now I finally found out how the big brain players play. And yes, for some reason, what you see right here is actually true. So hit that